Hello, this is the first video of a series of 6, okay, which is all about circle properties. So also find the other 5 videos so that you know the 6 basic properties of circles. Okay, this property or law says that the center angle is equal to twice the circumference angle, right? The way you can learn this and the way you can remember this is a small c to a capital C. So that stands for center angle equals twice circumference angle. So just simply learn C to C, okay? C to C. Right, what does that mean? People, let's look at the first one, a center angle. That simply means an angle at the center. So in this circle, that point is point O, which is the center. Right, how is an angle formed? It is formed starting from 2 points on the circumference, okay? We've got 1, 2 points. Then from the 1 point to the center, we have a straight line. Remember, this is a radius. And from the second point to the center, we have another straight line. That's another radius. So what is a center angle, people? A center angle is at the center between 2 radii. Okay, so this one is the small c. That's the center angle. Right. Then the second part is that is equal to twice a circumference angle. Okay, what is a circumference angle, people? It must obviously lie on the circumference, okay? And it can be at any point on the circumference. So let me choose this point on the circumference, okay? And now important, it must be formed between the following lines from the original 2 points. Okay, so from the first point to a point on the circumference, and from your second point to the point on the circumference, then this becomes the circumference angle. Okay, and what it really says is that if this angle is x, okay, then that angle is twice x. Okay, so the circumference angle times 2. So you must multiply the circumference angle times 2 to get to the center angle, right? I repeat, the center angle is formed between 2 radii at the center. The circumference angle is formed at the circumference, all right, but between the 2 lines coming from the same 2 points that your radii come from. That is then the center angle. Okay, and remember, people, that the center angle is twice as large as the circumference angle. So you must multiply the circumference angle by 2 to get the center angle. Right, let's look at an example. The following drawing is given. They tell you that O is the center, so we've got O. Then they tell you that angle JOK equals 120 degrees. Okay, 120 degrees. And they ask you to calculate angle JPK. So this one is being asked. Right. Now, if we try to apply the law, okay, then you should see that we've got the center. 2K is the radius and 2J is also a radius. So 120 people is a center angle. Do you agree? It's an angle formed between two radii. Then from my 2 points, which is J and K, I also have a line from J to P, and P lies on the circumference, and from K to P, which is on the circumference. So this one is a circumference angle. Right. But now be aware, people, that this is not the center angle of that one. In fact, you must take note, if this is the center angle, okay, then that one is the circumference angle. So between this angle and that angle, the law center angle equals twice circumference angle count. Very, very important, people. So let me just, maybe I should just color this green. If this is the center angle, okay, it comes from J and K, right? And it goes to your center. So it is 2 radii. So it is this reflex angle, okay, which then from J to the circumference, from K to the circumference, forms my circumference angle. Okay, so these two are the related angles which count for the law, and not this one and that one. Are you following me? Okay, so now let's try and solve it. If you look at this, you don't have this reflex angle. But people, we can calculate that, isn't it? How do we get this reflex angle? The reflex angle JOK. JOK. How can we calculate that? This is a whole revolution, so that is 360 degrees. Okay? And I can subtract the 120, which then gives me 240. So this reflex JOK is 240 degrees. Right. And now you've got the center angle and the related circumference angle. Are you with me? So now I can go back to my law here. Center angle equals twice the circumference angle. Okay? We've got the size of the center angle. So instead of center angle, you can now write 240 equals twice the circumference angle, people, really is the question mark, isn't it? It is the JPK. Okay, that's the one that's being asked. Right, and now to calculate JPK, we just simply do Goros OO, isn't it? Okay, which is 240 divided by 2, which is 120 degrees equals angle JPK. Okay. So take note, people. Take note. They are giving you a center angle, but that center angle that is given is not related to the circumference angle. Okay? Maybe I should show you. If I would use this 120 as a center angle, then I should have something like that to find the related circumference angle. Okay, so now in this case, that is the circumference angle, so this is the related center angle. All right, let's summarize the law. The law says center angle equals twice circumference angle. The way you can remember that is C to C. If you watch the other videos, you will see that I give you each time like a reminder, okay, a way in which you can memorize these laws, okay. So in this case, it's C C2C. Okay, center angle equals twice circumference angle. So you must have 2 points on the circumference and you must have 2 radii, all right, which then at the center form your center angle. Then the circumference angle is being formed starting with the same 2 points, but having an angle on the circumference. So from the same point, you must have a line. From the same point, you must have a line. Then this forms the circumference angle. Okay. Or from this point, you have a line. From that point, you have a line. Then this forms the circumference angle. All right. So law 1, center angle equals twice circumference angle. How can you remember? Remember the abbreviation C2C. It's a small c for center equals twice is 2 times which angle? Capital C, circumference angle.